In this video, I will give you that magical interest that no one is talking about and that will allow you to succeed and make millions of dollars overnight. Okay, I am just kidding. Don't bother, that doesn't even exist. In fact, I will show you in this video how you can help, this is the keyword, help the algorithms to target the right audience. Before that, I want you to forget all the old information that you have around targeting, such as testing, interest in different ad sets. And I know that you might say, just show me what you've got, and you will be tempted to skip this part, but bear with me because this is extremely important and this is going to dictate whether you are going to target the right audience or not. First, let's define why targeting itself is not enough at this moment and how this is affecting negatively the performance of your advertising campaigns. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to see how the technology and the AI kind of comes into our life, into our day-to-day activities. So algorithms is not something different. Algorithms from Facebook and Instagram ads and also from TikTok ads, they are much more sophisticated than what it used to be. So that's why targeting itself only, like I'm talking about adding some interest or lookalikes, that is simply not enough for them. That is just a small guidance, but actually they don't even look at that much. They look at something different, which I'm going to talk just a little bit later on. And think about it, if you're just playing around with your interests and you're not working with algorithms, you are working against them, what is happening? You are showing your ads, first of all, to a group of audience. They're not even interested in your ads, they are skipping your ads, they are reporting your ads, they're hiding your ads, and those are all bad signals to the algorithms, and that is affecting the overall performance of your ads because they will increase all your costs, starting from your CPM and ending up with your cost per purchase. So let's talk about what we have to do instead so we could finally work with algorithms and we could show our ads to those people who are more likely to convert and start finally getting those results that we are looking for. So are you ready? Here we go. The best targeting ever, and I'm gonna show you the best approach by showcasing you a perfect example. So first of all, at the ad set level where we are setting up our audience, right, our targeting, usually in most of the cases the broad audience is going to perform the best. So the broad audience will look something like this: the country where is your target market, then the age, which is going to be broad from 18 to 65 plus, even though you know that your audience is, let's say, from 20 till 30 years old. That doesn't matter. Just by adding a much higher age range, that will increase your performance. Because in the moment when you start scaling, if the age range is very narrowed down, that will have a very negative effect because you will hit that plateau very quickly. Your ads will get fatigued again very fast. That's something that we would want to kind of expand the longevity of any ads, and we do that by having a larger audience. Now when it comes to the gender, if most of your customers, 80-90% of your customers are women or men, just select that gender. If your audience is pretty, let's say 50-50 or 50-40, 60-40, in that case just use all genders. And when it comes to the detailed targeting itself, like interest, behavior, demographics, we will have like blank. We will not add any interest in this case. So this is what a broad audience looks like. And I know that the estimated audience size is going to be huge, tens of millions and maybe hundreds of millions of people, but that is what we're looking for. With these sophisticated algorithms, an audience size that have tens and hundreds of millions of people, that will work much better. And if we look at the detailed targeting, they also say here, this is by default already set up. We may deliver ads beyond your audiences for your selected objective if it's likely to improve performance. And I could tell you, this is almost all the time going beyond your interest if you're setting up some interests. Maybe a concern that you might have is, what if Archie, my ad account is brand new? I've never run any ads in the past. Should I still use some interests? Well, you could use in that case, but again, I would highly recommend you giving a try a broad audience, because even with a brand new ad account, you still might get extremely amazing results, considering that the next part you will nail it perfectly. So let's talk about the ad level. Now at the ad level is happening all the targeting. So if at the ad set level we want to be as broad as possible, on the ad level we want to be as specific as possible. So on the ad level, as you can see in these examples, what we have here, they are saying who is this product for. They are telling exactly that this is not for so tall guy, and you could see across all these ad creatives. So what I want you to do when you go ahead and you create a campaign or any kind of ads, make sure that you use the niche, the clear niche. Like I'm talking about with telling exactly in your ads, in your copy, or also you could use in the landing page a text, a copy that will tell people who is this product for. First of all, this is what is going to help the algorithms. They will know, okay, this is the target market that we want to serve. Let's go ahead and let's show our ads to guys who are not so tall. And secondly, when these guys see these ads, this will resonate much more with them because they think, okay, so this is a product for not so tall. I am not that tall. And you know what, like this is a brand that actually resonates a lot with my needs, with my pains. Let me go ahead and let me check them out. So imagine, let's say, another brand who is positioning again, who is selling again, kind of like the same clothes, but they are not communicating this to their potential customers. So making a comparison, if I put the same ad, let's say this type of ad with a white background, and I'm not mentioning that this is for not so tall guy, and when we have the second ad with mentioning that, if I put in front of the same person, who do you think is going to resonate the most? That's correct, the second ad, because this is in the human nature's kind of DNA. We are more likely to purchase from a brand that speaks exactly, precisely to our needs. Now, don't ask me how Facebook ads know who to serve these ads to exactly. How do they know that a guy is not so tall? They know a lot of things about their users. This is not a secret. So they could scan these pictures on Facebook, on Instagram, and they could say approximately how tall is a person. They have tons and tons of data about people, and their algorithms are extremely smart. And actually, I really like this type of targeting than what I used 2 or 3 years ago when you had to be very specific with detailed targeting. You had to narrow down these interests and things like that. So as you see, moving forward, they are trying to remove as many interests as possible. Like you cannot target a specific race or a specific color, or even in this case, you cannot put just an interest like not so tall guy or a demographic like that. But on the other hand, if you have creatives that mention specific demographics, that will target that audience. But again, like sometimes you have to be very cautious when it comes, for example, to targeting different races. You don't want to be super direct because that also doesn't comply with their algorithm's policy. And in that case, you have to do it in the subtle way. But for that, I suggest you going ahead and reading their ad policy, so you could be cautious with different types of audiences that you want to target. I also mentioned throughout this video something about the website. Of course, you have to make sure that you have the right keywords or show visually who you want to serve to with your ads, but the website should be also consistent. You have to also make sure that on the website you are still keeping the same kind of message or the same target market. Let's say in this way, because the moment when someone saw an ad, for example, this particular ad, and they go to the website and they don't see that actually the scent of a website and with the ad is not actually kind of the same, that will increase that bounce rate, meaning is that people will leave a website very quickly because they don't find themselves in those products anymore. So let's go to the website and I'm going to show you how they did that. So on the landing page, we will observe here that they are still having this message. So they say, we redesigned tees, Henleys and polos from scratch to fit shorter guys. So as you can see, we have again some keywords here with body and sleeve lengths that don't need any tailoring. Find your perfect fit without sacrificing comfort. Besides that, they are using the right keywords on this page. They also have a very good copy that has an emotional appeal, which is finding the perfect fit without sacrificing comfort. This is a great copy, and as you can see, for e-commerce, you don't need like a very long copy to persuade someone. You could say that in just a matter of one sentence. Well, from now on, it's up to you. Either you start brainstorming and you start thinking about how you could be specific on the ad level, and try to get your account to that next level, where you could do the same kind of things, testing the same interest if you think that is much easier, and get kind of the same results. And I will leave you with one quote that I think is going to resonate a lot with what I just said. Albert Einstein says, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results." And I cannot say this better. So until then, I will talk to you in my next video.